Hello, hello, hello. How are we all? Are we all doing well? We are creeping towards Easter. I have got one more day left at work and then I am free for a whole week. So, how are we doing? Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. What are we talking about tonight, chaps? Lots of assistance going on in the chat. Changing DirectX 12 to 11. Visor for showing your sim dash on screen. Mr. Junt has arrived. I must initially give a very big thank you out because he arranged us the viewing of this, which is the new John Deere sprayer that we'll be looking at tonight, which will be out from Northwest Mods and Edits hopefully in the next few days. They've been looking for permission for some parts they've used on it from a few other modders, which I believe they now have. So that will be getting released in the not too distant future. So it is looking very sweet. It's a bit different to the 4940 that we had in FS19, a little bit smaller. It's the baby brother. So it's a nice one. It's a very nice one. And the Stepdeck trailer. Now, if you do exclamation mark mods, you should get a little bit of information, certainly on the first two. I haven't given you any information on this, which is the toolbar that we're going to look at later as well, but I will talk about that a little bit later on, because slightly different with that one, so we'll talk about that in a little while. So we've got a few things to do tonight. First and foremost, I think we'll fill up the sprayer, and we'll maybe grab a couple of contracts. There's the man himself, Jason Collins. So Jason Collins has sent me the two toolbars. Yeah, he is working on, they are a work in progress. And what he's asking for, and we'll talk about it maybe a little bit more, is he's looking to find the original models. He wants to ask permission before, obviously, he releases these to the general public. But these are the ones, you maybe recognise these from FS19. We've got this one, and we've got the large BB toolbar as well. So that is sitting currently in cultivators, I believe. Got the large BB toolbar as well. There was a huge amount of issues with the ones that originally came out with Deer Creek. So he's been tidying those up, and he's still got a bit of work to do on them. But we'll give that a whirl tonight. And let you see it working. It's nice to see one, actually. I think a lot of people have been waiting to see these. So if we can get these error-free and permission from the modders, we will get those out to you as soon as we can. It was actually Brain Dead 4554, Hull Strand Modding, and 812 Farmer are the original modders, I think, John. I know JS Mapping updated them, but if it is the JS Mapping guys, that's very convenient because we can certainly get in touch with them. So anyway, we digress because the first thing we want to do is have a look at this beauty. Now, you may have already seen this week on Kidurk's stream and Argsy's streams, but we'll have a little bit of a play with it. I'm going to fill it up here from these boxes. We've got a full tank on the Stepdeck trailer there as well. Good call, John. We'll do that. So we'll fill these up. And then we've got a load in the trailer, and we've got a load already in the sprayer. And then we don't have to come back for any more top-ups, hopefully. Nothing wrong with green, Jim. Jason, if you need contacts, I've got them both on Discord. I know they've kind of wrapped up in terms of modding now, but they're still floating about. They're still playing the game. So there we go. I'm slightly off centre there, but I can live with that. Now, first rule, and he's not here to defend himself. First rule is if you put the straps on to strap it down, when you come to take it off the loader later on, I believe he was shaking the trailer with super strength to see if he could get it off today instead of just releasing the straps. So there you go. But we've got 93% in the truck as well. I don't know why I've got a road train sticker on the front. I should have updated that. But we will go and get, I think, a little contract to get us started. Let's find something chunky to get us going, shall we? What are these field sizes like? I'm still getting my way around these fields. 32 looked quite a nice field. That's a bit of a drive away. It could be a bit of fun. So let's take... I saw a nice contract on field 32 there. 25 grand. Let's accept that contract. And we'll head off and do that. One thing I've been meaning to do for a while now is zero this money. Because, in fact, I won't do it through this. I will do it through Power Tools. I'm going to take a big chunk of cash out of here. Because I've been meaning to do that for a while. So we start playing the game proper. So let's go for... There we go. A little base. You're trying to find... FarmSim Jim's trying to find a new 2039 or a 3039. Ooh, nice. Now, I'm driving away with my ramps down. I don't want to be... I don't want to be accused of being like Jeb, so I will shut those, and I'm going to also turn this off. Open HUD with mouse. Still hasn't got that as a global setting yet. Fanatic Farmer. Yeah, Elk Mountain series has been giving you the chills. Glad to hear it. There we go. I knew it was there somewhere. It was one of the buttons, the mouse button. Oh, I'm really pleased to hear that. It's really fun to pull together, actually. Actually, I was up super late last night because I have to do Sunday's episode because I'm away on holiday as of tomorrow. So this is the last time you're going to see me for... Well, you see a vid on Sunday. No live stream next week. And then I'll be back in time to do Elk Mountain next Sunday as well. So you're not going to miss any episodes of Elk Mountain, but no vids at all next week. Which is weird for me, because I don't think I've ever missed an entire week since I started, so... There we go, let me just get my bearings. Head down towards Hillside Ranch. Thank you very much, Nick Earl. I'm not sure it is. But I'll take that. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. It's a hell of a lot of fun to make, I've got to say. It's, yeah, coming up with the story. So actually, I will use my time while I'm away to write. I'll let you all into a little secret, as you're all good enough to have joined me tonight. The first season is going to finish at episode 10. And I'll take a little bit of a break to formulate the next season. And also keep you all in suspense and waiting. Because I'm quite enjoying that. The amount of people ask me to do like more episodes a week, and I'm like, are you aware that it takes about a week to pull one together? Or, if you compress it into a short amount of time, it takes... so last night I finished work at 6 PM. Spent a couple of hours with the family, dinner, all of that, and then stayed up till 4 AM to make sure it was ready before I went away. So there you go. Knowing fine well I had this tonight as well, so I couldn't even like put it off a night. I had to get on with it, so there you go. Doing the commitment for you guys. You like the farm flicks? No, I think Dazed pointed out to me there's actually a YouTube channel called Farm Flicks. So at some point I might have to change it if they get upset. I'm kind of hoping. that they see it for what it is, which is just a little bit of tongue-in-cheek fun. I'm a bit stuttery tonight. I've been rendering. I should have rebooted my computer before I started the stream, actually. So if you get any stutters on the stream, I apologise, because I've probably been working my computer pretty hard today and should have given it a little birthday. Jason Collins, my foliage distance set to 4. I do. Foliage is one of the ones I put. In fact, I'm not sure it is 4 at the moment. As you can see there, it's drawing in. I think I might have dropped it back down when I was doing some tests the other day. But we'll... Good evening, Fusion. And Fusion Simulations just sent me the latest version of his mod, actually, which I'm very excited to give a spin to at some point. Obviously wouldn't work on this map, it's already got Anhydrous built into it. But any maps, as Fusion's built a mod that any map that doesn't have Anhydrous and propane and corn drying will have it now. Very clever little mod. Properly impressed with it. Please leave it on a great cliffhanger. Ginger, I intend to. I already know what the end of the season is. That's my aim, is to leave a cliffhanger every episode, which kind of puts the pressure on a little bit, because I've got to think up the storyline so it kind of finishes nicely on each episode. But so far so good. I've managed to get something in there. Minecraftly is getting FS22 later this week. Superb. Oh, the brakes on this are a bit juicy. Come on. That's my turning. I missed my turning, I think. Let me have a look. Oh, now I'm confused where my... It is 32 where I took that contract, isn't it? 34. They've taken it away. They've taken it away? I'm sure I accepted. Yeah, well. Must have timed it wrong. Absolutely convinced I took that. Is that your farm there, Cranky? That was almost the one I picked. It was almost the one I picked. 32, is 32 an option? $35, right, we'll do that one then. Yeah, that other one just disappeared, didn't it? How annoying is that? Field 5, where's Field 5? That looks a bit big. I need the contract refresh. Well, it was just there, wasn't it? I accepted it and it didn't take it for some reason. Very odd. Right, let's make the turn here. We'll go to a different field. Let's see how much spray we've got, and if we're having fun, we will maybe do a second one. Bermuda Triangle map, where contracts just disappear. Oh, brakes again, brakes again. I am standing on the brakes. I just about timed that okay. Right, lost my bearings again. Where are we? Oh, we're right next to the bridge here. Okay, cool. You might be dumb, but he was Fusion. He's the man about 5 comments above you. Oh yeah, get that wireless keyboard away. Nobody needs that, do they? They need to make better maps for console. Luke, I think they're limited to what they can do for console by Giants, unfortunately. But you might be getting some good ones soon. I believe Elk Mountain is going to be converted for console. Not the full-size one, about a quarter of it. They're going to give it a go. Let's drop the back down. This is a really, really nice truck. This Kenworth is really nice. It's just had a bit of an update as well. Yes, welcome map's coming, which is good. Nice to see that one return. If you like your big fields, that's the map for you. Saran, how are you doing? Nice to see you. It's funny, I've seen a load of you guys this morning on Argsy's stream. And you're back for my evening. There we go. Let's get this sorted. Let's unfold this. So let's have a look at some of the details on this, because it is beautifully done. All the pipage and stuff is animated, so when you unfold it moves. All the nozzle details is just really nicely finished. And I do like the size of it. Listen to the sounds as well, some lovely sounds as it unfolds. Nice one, Aussie. The kind of support I want. The Jeb's got nothing. I'm actually stunned at how much money I'm getting for this contract. It's quite a small field. I'll be covering it in about 6 passes. Right, we'll do a lap of the outside, and then we will... what I'm going to do... Oh, it's full height at the moment, so you can adjust the wheels in and out if you want to. You can lower it down if your crop's down on the ground still, or you can go high like we need to here. Actually, I don't think we should really be running this, but the contract is demanding. We will do as we're told. Nickel, yes, I am UK based. I'm up in Scotland, which apparently is supposed to have some very nice weather over Easter weekend, which is good. Fusion, you are a modder. Don't be saying you're not. So there we go. This is lovely. It's nice to see nice to have a sprayer, not all the base ones. Now they're fine, but I'm excited with precision farming coming out next week, which I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna be away when that's released, so we'll be looking forward to having a play around on that when we get back. It's got tons of potential. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what the modders can do with it as well. I'm waiting for the first person to pull it apart and add the likes of Anhydrous and things like that to it. I'm kind of hoping they maybe do some other ones as well. You know, potash and maybe other types of fertilizer as well. It'll do different things based on which crop you're going to be planting and things like that. Could be quite interesting. It is, Saran, yes it is. It's the one from Northwest Mods and Edits. And I have to say, Jonathan has done a fantastic job. It is really slick. Polished, I would say. As we would come to expect from Jonathan. Super polished, super slick. Really nicely. He knows how to make a good mod. Yes, I will absolutely have a look at the interior. In fact, I haven't had a look at the interior of it yet, so It'll be a first for me as well. Let's just turn... In fact, we'll do it here while we're out of the field. There we go. Still the lag. Does anybody else still get the lag? I still think it's a bit of an issue switching from external to cab. There we go. You can see your GPS screen there. All the dials move when you move about as well, so your RPMs and stuff go up. Nice to see. If I'm right, I think this is an older model of sprayer as well. So it's not bang bang up to date, as you can see by the side rest there. So there we go. Oh, there's Taz. I didn't even see you arrive, Taz. They've done a great job, they have. I don't have access to this land. Just a simple guy trying to do a spray contract. And when we're done here, we'll maybe have a little bit of play with the toolbar as well. So the case tool, I have tried the BB toolbar off screen. But I have not tried the case one at all yet, so I'm going to do that live demo thing, which always ends in tears, so hopefully it won't. Hogsy taught the art of being sneaky. Nice. Look at this, I'm missing sways at the end of the field here. There we go. Section controls, it does indeed. There we go. So we can choose our widths already built in, so that's great. I'm kind of hoping maybe auto section control coming as well soon. Really, potential for that to come with precision. I know it's doing that spot thing, but I wonder if it'll do auto. Are the booms lit? As in, like, they're lit really cool? Or, no, I think they are. There is lights on the booms, there you go. Oh my goodness, it's like a Christmas tree, that. There you go, you've got some lights just there. That lit up like a Christmas tree, didn't it? Hello Willie, nice to see you. Evening Wayland. It should work. I'm sure it does, Jason. I'm sure it does. And if it doesn't, it's probably a problem with the operator, not the mod. Right, we did put GPS on this, which is good. So I will set that up now for the up and downs. Should have probably set that when I was going up here the last time. That wasn't very clever of me. Sort of like the Rubicon of the Dark Fit. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've got the enhanced lighting mod on as well, which makes a big difference. Okay, A point, B point, lines, set width. Oh, I can't remember what set width is. Would have used. In fact, I can turn it on here. You just won't see it on screen. Nikhil, fun fact: I learned how to use GPS from. Oh, thanks very much, Nick. Glad to hear it. Glad it was useful in some way, shape, or form. Right, now I should be able to flatten all this crop. This should have been sprayed way before now. Yep. Willie, I probably will be my tablet's having a bit of a moment, so I'll just leave it for now. Willie, the GPS mods I've got already, certainly the GPS one for the John Deere is probably what I would use for this one anyway. And the case, probably the GPS one for both. I've done a case and a John Deere GPS screen, so I know, Jason, but I'm just doing the contract I've been told to do. It is too high, but I've actually noticed that a little bit in... it should almost kind of say, well, basically at this late stage, forget it, you missed your chance. Oh, I've stopped that too early, haven't I? I need to run a bit further than that. Magna, no, I don't, because they're all readily available on mostly on the Mod Hub, or if I do talk about a specific mod that isn't on the Mod Hub, I'll usually link to it in the description, or if it's unreleased, I'll tell you it's unreleased and who the modder is, so you can follow them and find out when it's released yourself. But it's just, with everything else I've got going on, it's just impossible to keep it updated and maintained. Plus, I don't know about any of you, but I think half the fun is discovering mods, going and searching for them and stuff like that. Imagine a crop duster in FS22. It would be amazing if the physics would allow it to be amazing. I think the limitations on... Although, I was pleasantly pleased by the motocross bike that came out the other week. That you could tilt and lean with it. And it kind of gave me a bit of hope that you could do something similar with a plane, because the planes that they did for 19 were a bit grim. They just weren't that intuitive. Done banging your head at code for tonight. I am very excited, Dazed. Yes, I am. I haven't had a week off for a long time, so I am looking forward to it. I will literally be... Oh, I'm taking my laptop because I can't not be at least relatively close to a computer. But I will have a time to relax. I'm going to write some new episodes of Elk Mountain. I'm going to just enjoy not having the pressure, which is quite nice. 30 gigs. Dash. Jeez, oh man. Where am I? I'm just staying in the UK, actually. It's a family. We're having a family get-together, as it's my mummy's 80th birthday. So we're going to get the family together. We've hired a rather nice house down south, which will be good fun. Chris Warrington, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Mr. Maslin, how are you doing? Request everyone give us your best goofy finger eye glasses and there you go. Anything for you, Tim? Remember when a holiday involved taking a bucket and a spade, not a laptop? Well, I could use my laptop as a bucket and spade. Well, it'd work as a spade. It's a work one as well, so if it breaks, it's not my problem. Getting through this quite quick, aren't we? Dean, do I have all my upcoming episodes planned out in advance, or do I ever have to wing it sometimes? I have to wing it a lot. I'll be absolutely brutally honest, I started off... So the first episode, completely unscripted, made it up as I went along. And at the end of it, I was like, well, to be fair, after I released it and a week later it had 50,000 views, I was like, ooh, I better take this a bit more seriously. So, wrote down kind of, I would say, probably about 3 bullet points per episode. As a real kind of loose thread of a story for sort of the next 4 episodes. And then I've embellished them. So now I've got about... In fact, I'm lying. I've caught up. I was about 4 episodes ahead of where I needed to be. But now I've burnt through those in the last couple of weeks, and I've ended up, you know, that time when you get busy at work and stuff like that. So I've probably not been able to spend the time on it I would have liked. So episode 7, which is Sundays, is obviously recorded and good to go. Episode 8 is written. And episode 9 is about half written, and episode 10 is about half written. So there we go. But the problem is this week I kind of getting more and more adventurous each episode, so you will see on Sunday there's a little bit in the video where I spent I would say about 8 hours in After Effects for about a 10-second part of the film. But you know, that's part of the fun, isn't it? Learning new stuff. Cheers, Fusion. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, look, I'm about to run out. I didn't even know I was about to run out of spray. Look at that. Go on, let me get to the end of the row. Please let me get to the end of the row. I'm not going to, am I? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just enough so that I get a boom's width away. I'm going to do it. Yes! I think we'll take that, even if there is a little gap. I'm leaving it. Ah, Kieran, it's the woods. Everybody leaves their everyone leaves their doors open. But you're right. I wouldn't trust Jeb to not have a snoop about. Farming with Fergies is out every Sunday. They come out. I really need to put it at the end of every episode, don't I? Because it is a question I get a lot, and I should just say it's every Sunday. All the best, Tim. Look after yourself. Don't work too hard. No, that's a pointless thing to say to you, but don't work too hard. Did I ever expect it to get as big as it has, and how does it make you feel that there's so many people loving what you... It's funny, Dean. So this is still the most surreal thing in the world. The whole thing is surreal. Even what I'm coming up for 2 years into it in July, will be 2 years doing it, and it just it's insane. Still insane that so many people want to watch that. Like 500,000 people watched my videos last month. 500,000 people. I mean, just what? Just what? So I've got to turn the pump on here. There's a little diesel pump on the truck there. Now I should, if I jump back into this, I think I might need to roll off and roll back onto with the trigger. And it should work. Yeah, this happened last time as well. And then it just randomly worked out of the blue. I was facing the other way last time. Don't remember which is the fill side. I think you can fill it from each side though. Excellent, pleasant. Nice to see it. Bookending your day. Yeah, this happened before. It did work. It's a good point on folding the ramps, so we'll maybe do that. There we go. Get them out of the way. So rookie numbers. Change it, move away from the trigger in the back. Whose trailer is that? If you do exclamation, in fact I'll do it for you. Right. I did have the trigger. This trigger worked before. I'm intrigued to know why it's not working now. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Start overloading. There we go. Just didn't get the trigger. Interesting. That appears to be loading up now. There, see now, the trigger's there. Very odd. Well, it worked. That was it, John. I hadn't realised I had to do that. I've left the generator running as well. Who says there's a fuel crisis? I am missing the fact that, and a reason why I'm excited, the precision's coming out. Oh, I can see my lines there, so I know I've done that one. That'll be the next one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to precision purely so you can look on the minimap and see what you've done and what you need to do still. A little bit of fertiliser in the water there, nobody will know. So there we go, got to hit the overload button on your truck to get your triggers working. That's not part of that pack, Nick, it's a separate mod, but both of them are... Well, the trailer you can get now, and you can use it with the in-game... in the in-game sprayers. Richie, doing the grind on North Dakota. The boys still haven't dropped in. Maybe that's what I'll do when I come back from my holes. Is maybe pop onto there for a live stream on Saturday. So I get back next Friday night. So we'll have no content ready. So maybe it's a live stream from North Dakota next Saturday night. Dobertier, welcome. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. And Edgar's back. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. What mod websites do I recommend? I always recommend going to the original modders pages first and foremost. I wouldn't touch any of the websites. The other thing I would recommend is FS22 Mods and Links, which is kind of designed to protect the modders as well, and Simply Safe Mods as well, which again makes a conscious effort to look after the modders' original links and not go onto one of these file sharing sites, because they are evil and they have no interest in looking after modders and their work. But yeah, best thing to do. Lots of research. I know, certainly, you know, myself, Kadirk, Argsy, we all try and, when we're reviewing new mods, is tell you the original modders and where to get it, and you'll know you're guaranteed the right mod then, rather than some butchered hack job that somebody's done a lame attempt of trying to fix. Is that right, Fanatic? Good. All it requires is a little bit of respect, right? Now, have I done that? It is complete. Good. Stop putting fertilizer in it. It's natural, Derek. There we go. Look at that one. 91 grand for field 5. We might come back and do that later. There's certainly lots of fields that need fertilising. Timing's perfect. John, how you doing? Tyler, thank you very much. That is very kind of you. Adams Kong's been in trouble. Really? Now he's been around for a while. In fact, he had a mod that came out this week. Can't handle any more drama after Jeb. Yeah, Jeb's all about the drama. Sometimes he drops in and Gives me some... has anybody seen his channel, actually? Somebody started a YouTube channel as Jeb and puts a short up each week, so just a little video clip kind of playing off my last episode, and it's really fun, actually. He's kind of done it in a kind of sympathetic to my stuff way, and it's good fun. All his mods have been removed. Ooh. Wonder what I did. I'm not caught up with. Bet it's Granville. Nah, Granville's not that clever. And it's too respectful. It's too respectful. He would be he wouldn't be a lot more toxic than that. How did I come up with the character, Saran? I honestly, I just sat and came up with them. Just came up with that. I do admit to wasting a hell of a lot of my childhood on programs like the A-Team and the Dukes of Hazzard and things like that. So yeah, I take some of my creative cues from them for sure. Now I can't get out of here. I'm stuck. There I am. There we go. Folded that up. Right, now what's the best way home? You ever get that on a big map where you just can't work it out? It doesn't matter how many times you do it, you can't for the life of you work out how to how to get anywhere. Right, there. Right, I'm sure we'll have to check again. Sprue and glue every Sunday, my friend. Every Sunday. Nice dirt map on this sprayer as well, by the way. Look at that. We've only done a little bit, but really nicely, evenly spread. Nicely done. Oh dear. Poor Music Man's been blocked for doing for doing a Mr. T impression. Mind that stop sign. Oh, I remember I can't go... Can I go this way? I'd made this mistake last time. No, I do go under the bridge and up. Okay, good. Dutchman Farms, where do I get the spray trailer? Hit the mods, exclamation mark mods, and you'll get the link to it. It's already out. What do I expect? Nothing but the best, Jump. Nothing but the best. I know, FarmSim Jim, I've done that a few times now. You go, oh, I'll just kind of run over there and drive up, and then you realise you're going under the bridge. There we go. Still got all of that straw sitting on the field as well. I don't really know what to do with that. So much of it, but... I probably should pick it up, shouldn't I? All the weeds in that field. Not a week, Sprue. It's Thursday tomorrow, so Sunday. But then it's a week. That's a little walk up to the observation tower. We should do that at some point. It's a nice little touch on the map, which I've not gone to have a look at yet. Victor Demore, how are you doing? From the United Kingdom. Well, welcome, mate. I'm in the United Kingdom as well, so I'm not far away from you. You got your chairs, Saran? Superb. You have to pop a picture of them in the Discord. Glad to hear it, Sprue. Glad to hear it. I don't think you're the only one. My views go nuts when that goes out. Honestly, never seen anything like it. Evening, Jacob. How's it going, mate? Nice to see you. Here's our farm there. ALC, thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. I was, hope you're not a Benfica fan. In fact, does anybody know what the Liverpool score is? I know they'd already scored when I came online, but... People really do love the roleplay stuff, don't they, Saran? And you know what? It's not something that I've ever really watched a lot of or got involved in. 3-3? 17 months Fusion. Fusion's my my measure of kind of how old my my page is, to be honest. There we go. Victor, if you hit, well, if you saw the thumbnail before you clicked on, it's in pretty big writing, but if you hit exclamation mark map, it was EDS, you're a Benfica fan, are you? I hate role-playing, but love to watch it. Yeah, I wasn't aware of how big a deal it was, to be honest. And to be honest, I didn't know what I did. Like I said, it's not something I watch a lot of, and it's not something I've ever recorded for before. So it was a total, you know, one of those things, like one of the things you always find if you're doing a YouTube channel, you've got to try new stuff. You've got to take yourself out of your comfort zone. And it, you know, maybe isn't the most, I didn't feel the most comfortable doing those voiceovers and stuff like that. But the response, I have to say, has been like overwhelming. Apart from the odd attention seeker who likes to put a sarky comment in. No. For every one of them, there's 200 positive ones, so you take the positives, right? Mrs. John, behave. Mr. Sealy P is good at it. So let's give this a whirl, shall we? Let's see how good this is. Obviously pack in Ford Ag's tank at the back. And the Carl Farms narrow frame Steiger with trips, because, you know. There we go. Your heart was racing when you're in the woods in the dark. Do you know, somebody said... at the end of the last episode, when I was riding back on my bike in the dark, that something was going to jump out, and I almost did that, and then I went, no, it's, and then I did the listening in on the conversation with the sheriff and Jeb. So the problem with that FarmSim, Jim, is that I don't... So it isn't scripted. I know at certain points what the storyline's doing, but I don't script it. So I kind of know what the outcome is of the conversation, but I don't have it scripted word for word. So what it means is that I'm ad-libbing a little bit. So that makes it hard for me to get other people to do... I've had tons of offers for people to do voiceovers. And I do draw the line at doing accents. I'm not going to do accents. That I'll probably just end up offending somebody. Oh, you could do Siri, actually, yeah. Do some playback stuff like that. That's what the guy who's done the Jeb channel has done, actually. Oh, there you go. Richie's got his broadband flying. Does Grammarly do playback as well? Does it, Scooter? Do a perfect text now. What I'll need, Scott, is to fly over and record it over a few beers in a bar one night. Oh, I might have to try that. Yeah, Grammarly adverts are... It's like Grammarly adverts I liken to the pop-up you get with WinZip to buy it, and the trial period's over. I think I've been looking at that for 15 years now. So Zach, yeah, let me talk about this toolbar. So this toolbar is in development at the moment. Jason Collins is the developer, is the modder, and he is working. It is one that's come from, I think it actually came from FS17 originally. Put a low butch voice. Oh, I can turn my voices on now. Look, are you ready? Hang on. There'll be a laugh.
I don't know why any of you follow this FSG guy. He's a total joker. You should all be supporting Jeb. The truth will out. I will be the man that comes out of this smelling of roses while FSG's locked in the slammer.
You see? There you go. A bit of Jeb action there. April. Oh, who wants April? April. So these are all... I've added these. These are all presets now in my OBS.
Hello, Derek. I do like your picture. You're a very nice man.
All right, I'm gonna stop this before it gets out of hand. But yeah, there you go. Ah, Scott's got a crush on April. She's a very nice lady. But that's Mrs. FSG. Mrs. FSG's from Glasgow. I'd use her in the fight scenes only. Thank you, Dan. I haven't done a tutorial in a while, actually. I've got a few lined up, actually. There's a few that I know I need to kind of sort in the next little while. So, right, moment of truth, because... like I said, I haven't actually tested this one. I tested the blue one, and I should have... This is the smaller of the two, and I've picked a rather large field. We might be here for a while. I'm just wondering what... We'll maybe run the edge. See you, Jimmy. No, we'll line up on the edge. I was going to say, we'll just run up the middle first, but I'm going to line up on the edge so we don't get our rows all messed up further down. I thought this was a smaller field than this. But doesn't matter, it was a good demo. Now, if you remember, the ones that came out with Deer Creek, none of the animations worked. The application was a bit poor, so I believe Jason's done a lot of work tidying all of those up. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. Can't beat a bit of Monty Python. Right, let's just set this first. It's been limed, I think, hasn't it? I didn't lime this, I just bought this field for... There we go. Right, so set width. Auto width. Does that look about right? That does look right. Right, let's whip it back to the start of the field. Fanatic, this is an anhydrous bar. Yes, we'll get out and have a look at it in a minute. Like I said, these are the ones that were in 19 that everybody used, that the guys at JS Mapping released. So Jason Collins has updated them. He hasn't released them yet because he hasn't got permission from the FS19 modders, but he's going to reach out to them. If he can get the okay from them, he's going to finish tidying these up. There's still a few errors in the log and things like that, which he's still working on, but nothing game-breaking, but he's going to... he's hopefully going to get these released, because I think there's quite a few people crying out for toolbars. So we've got... oh, look, Real Dirt Fix came out the other day, and it's revolutionised the way it works with these. Look, it's even putting the dirt on the tracks. Look at that, that looks great. Now I do know, so this I do know that the guys at Forward Ag are working on a toolbar as well, but they've gone quiet recently. I think they've kind of been busy with work and other commitments. Let's turn it on. And lower it down. So there we go. I do believe we are running. We'll just check in a minute. Look at that front wheel of the moving with the ground. It's so good. Anybody? No, I haven't heard actually, Scooter, about anybody adding new crops. You only get small dots fertilised with anhydrous on it. Well, this is the reason I picked this field, actually, because it was... that was the last crop it had on it. There we go. That looks pretty good to me, first application. No small dots on that one. W38, so... Elk Mount is adding alfalfa to Wyoming. So there's another reason why I'm going to cap my first season at maybe 10 episodes as well. One, to have a bit of a rest and write the next storyline, but also I'd like to move the second season or the third season to fix that part. Good man. Yeah, the ones that came with Deer Creek, they put lines on the field. No, it's... it would be nice to move on to the new map. Although, I don't know how long it is going to take him. I know he's got quite a lot of work to do to it. It could take a while. So this is running rather nicely. We'll rotate this in a minute. Yeah, vapor. You've got the vapor running on the, or you've got a dust running on the blue one, haven't you, Jason? It's working well. Enjoying No Man. That's great to hear, Richie. It's become very popular, No Man's Land, actually. The numbers have gone up quite considerably on No Man's Land. Right, trying to reverse with tanker on the back as well. Might have just got away with it. See if we can line ourselves up on this edge now without missing too much crop. Rotate. Alt home, isn't it? No. Alt end. It was one of them. Oh, look at that. We've got... that's pretty handy, actually, that it's like that. I'm gonna have issues here. There we go. That'll do. Few sounds missing when you spin it up as well. Jason, you're going to put pipes linking it together. That might be one worth chatting to the Forward Ag guys about, because they've done a great job adding linking pipes between the two. I can put you in touch with them if you want. Oh, nice, Jason. Hope the new precision farming works with the hand dressers. It won't out of the box, Scott, because Giants haven't added it, but I'm pretty sure, like last time around, there'll be a modded version of there'll be a modded version pretty quickly. Nicholas, please make a lot more episodes. I fully intend to, Nicholas. I fully intend to. 25th of April. Oh, nice one, Jamie. Well, that coincides very nicely with maybe just a couple of episodes left of this current series. So, interesting. Good to know. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the update there. Oh, the webcams are in. That's April's weekend job. Webcamming. It's not. Scott's keeping you busy tonight, Scott. Thought you're here for an easy time. Hey, Jonathan's here. How you doing? Absolutely tremendous work, my friend. It is right up there with the best. As I was saying before, though, unfortunately, you've got yourself a rep now as churning out good stuff, so I honestly didn't expect anything else, but it's absolutely tremendous. Hats off to you. Really smooth. So thank you for the early look. That is much appreciated. And we'll take it for another spin in a little while as well. I'm just going to miss that edge of the field. It's only one row. Nice one, Jason. I'll do that. There we go. I really am running really poorly tonight. Definitely should have done a reboot. Oh, there we go. I don't know what. I read Shakespeare and stuff. I have no idea what that is. That's because I reinstalled the game the other day. So I'm getting all my achievements back. Re-Elk Mountain, you can see how many subs are in your viewers. Correct. As in, who's watched it, Derek? I can't see specifically who's watched it, no. But I can see how many new subscribers there are. After an Elk Mountain episode. Is Jeb available on console? Very good. I like it. Yeah, but he talks even slower. I've got a 3070, Nick. I'm running a 3070 Founders Edition. Thank you, Dazed. Tell you what, you've made it. Made it when the spam is as high caliber as that. This reverses well, actually. I'm glad I don't have another implement running like the... I'll do a couple more end rows, actually. Oh, I'm going to get all caught up. What am I doing? Alt, and there we go. Oh, turn my beacons on. Very good Scottish. Yeah, it is. I don't know, they're ahead of the game, aren't they? Try doing it on Twitch. I'm baffled by Twitch. Very curious as to what percent of views are subs watching versus not. Oh, I can see that, Derek, actually. In a very generic way, it will give me returning visitors versus... Oh, does it give me subs? Yeah, it should give me subs as well. It's a good one, actually. I'll have a look at that. Only going to see if it was April, honest. of Daryl knocking down your door. Right, we're definitely not going to do this whole field tonight because that is a lot of boredom for you guys. We'll go and we might pick up some straw, and we've got a cornfield down there actually, which we can check on. Check the animals as well. So bad. You got asked today to make a weekly thread that gathers all the released mods for the week together with their review videos. Like honestly, people, like... Or, if you like a mod, go and find out about it and download it. That's what I do. Not a lot of space on the edge of these fields, really, is there? But you can call me old-fashioned. I also think it's funny when people say, can I get a mod list for your video? And there's like something like this and there's like 50 mods. It's like, well, what do you want? Do you just want all of the mods, or did you want to use the ones that, you know, is there a specific mod you want? Yes. Don't get me started on the state of the world. So I rant at my kids all the time for it. I honestly, it's one of my most enjoyable things. That's the thing I loved the most about Bull's Gap, was the challenge of like, you'd go, right, I need to do this in the next episode. I need to find an appropriate sized planter, or I need to find a little slurry tanker, or I need to find something that's in keeping with where I am on the farm. I used to pore over sites and stuff trying to find stuff. I loved it. Loved it. There's only room for one, Jonathan. Ranting about stuff that's wrong to my kids. Oh dear. Currently having the to my son, who's 13 and loves his gaming. So all he wants, and he's got his own PC. He got his own PC for Christmas, and all he wants to do is game. And I'm like, yeah, but you can do that for the rest of your life. Like, you've got one chance at school. You've got to get your finger out and do a little bit of work. And he's like, yeah, I know. At the same time, kind of sidling towards the door so he can get back on his computer, and you're like, dude, take the advice. But then again, we were all like that once. He's a Call of Duty man, Scott. He's loving his COD at the moment. But he does a bit of everything, actually. He plays... he's got Red Dead on. He's loving Red Dead, actually. Just the story, actually, isn't it? Don't turn out like Dad, yeah. Well, that's that. Do you know what? That's been a really difficult thing, because obviously I spend quite a lot of time doing this. So that's been his argument the last wee while, is, yeah, but Dad does it, so why can't I? So having to explain to him the concept of running a YouTube channel isn't all fun and games. I probably spend about 15 to 20% actually playing the game. The rest of it's editing, managing stuff, and I'm loving FarmSim Jim and Farming with Fergie's just having a chat about old tractors. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I am not best place for that argument. Alex was talking this morning that we should have we should get a load of FarmSim YouTubers and dump them into Apex Legends or Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that, Warzone, and use the last man standing or woman standing. I know who it wouldn't be, and that's me. We should be shot. That's a big stream. Fortnite all night. Farmer Cop, yeah, he's got a professional advantage, I would expect. Farmer Cop and Rusty at the end. Fuzzy Man, I would love to, but I don't know where you live. I've noticed that our kids are really kind of energy conscious. I got rowed the other day for taking too long a shower. Apparently, did you know if you cut your showers by 5 minutes a year, you can charge your phone 13,000 times a year. So there you go. But that's the other argument. Get off your phone. Oh, I like the full spectrum: Battle Royale, Mario Kart, and Monopoly. We'll go old school. Yeah, that's one of my kind of favourite mods, just for that extra level of kind of just realism, that you drive through a field and it covers your stuff in whatever's in the field. Doesn't always go brown. Oh, don't get me started on phone chargers. We have a multitude of charging cables around the house, like big long 3-meter ones, like nice braided, like went to Amazon and went, right, let's get some nice long braided ones. Here's 2 everybody. You know, they're not that expensive, 'cause they're kind of no brand ones, but they're here's 2 everybody. They're yours. You've got your own colour. Don't take other people's, just use your own. They basically go around. I found like 7 in the young one's room the other night. Like literally every time she can't find a charger, she just goes and gets somebody else's. Nick, do you honestly think Clutch and DJ have got the patience for Monopoly? We'd have to play Speed Monopoly. Ooh, nice Scooter. It's not an hour shout. That's good. I'm going to use that one. I like that. It's like a bunch of grumpy middle-aged men moaning about our kids. Bloody kids. Phone chargers are the new socks. They really are. Oh, he would insist on the car piece, I think. You're right, Jim. Right, we'll run up the side, we'll do the other headland, and then we'll maybe jump over and go and do something up a bit. Banks, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Topping and tailing my day with a hello from Banks. We are our parent. I'd tell you, the amount of times I've caught myself going, oh my god, I sound like my dad. Oh yeah, I can relate to that as well, Fusion. I tell you, if Mrs. FSG was here, she'd be spamming the chat. There we go. Slight overlap on this one, but that's alright. This is running like a dream, to be honest. If we get those, Jason gets those last little bits sorted on it, I'd safely say it's really slick. Does Monopoly have chip and pin now? Fusion, calm down. I feel you maybe need to move on from that. It does run really smoothly, doesn't it, Scott? I agree. It's nicely optimized. Honestly, I nearly lost it at work this week. Days, new game of life as careers such as YouTubers and streams. So we're doing a large campaign for students. So we got the brief the other day. So we're sitting with all these kind of highfalutin people from the client, and they've written this brief for us. We're doing this big student campaign, loads of social media, loads of pre-roll for YouTube and Twitch and things like that. So they've targeted it right because we've got a good media agency. But the pen portraits, which are basically they put descriptions of the kind of ideal or the type of person that would be the customer. So they've written this pen portrait for this student, and it's like he loves gaming and he's going to monetize his social media to make himself a bit more money when he's at university. And you're like, who wrote this? Like, do you know how difficult it is to monetize yourself and actually monetize yourself to the point that it's a worthwhile exercise for the time you have to put in? And it's like, so we were like kind of chuckling under our breath. We're going, tell us a bit more about that. Yeah, well, they've got like 250 TikTok followers, and you're like, I was so it was quite fun. I was like, oh yeah, they've started their own YouTube channel. I was like, how many followers have they got? Well, let's say 300. And I said, well, they can't monetize themselves, and kind of started playing back all of these stats that I've learned from doing this. And they were like, oh, okay. So it's just this pie in the sky. And I was like, also, for every student that can monetize themselves on Facebook, there's going to be probably about 500,000 that can't or won't or aren't interested. So it's, I was like, you're if you think that's what they all do, you're deluded. So funny. This is what happens when you get like a bunch of middle-aged people to write a brief for students. It's like, go and ask some students what they want. Do my workmates know? No, they don't. They don't. Family and a few close friends is all. But I'm talking at a conference in, like, it's about 3 months now, about presenting and public speaking. So I'm just trying to work out whether or not that might be maybe a time when I use this as a, like, say, well, I do this because actually it's helped my confidence in public speaking. But there's still that, like, stigma. Do you know what I mean? That stigma attached to it, where you, it's kind of geeky, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't care. I'm kind of like, I'm over that now. I kind of don't really care what other people think, as long as I'm happy. And it took me a long time to get to that place. I always used to worry about what people thought, and now I'm like, eh. Don't really care. Although the nice stuff's nice, don't get me wrong. If people think you're an idiot, fine. So, yeah, that could be quite good fun. I was going to go up and down a couple more times, wasn't I? Exactly, Derek. That's the nuts thing. It's, my dad's really interested, obviously. My dad was at a farming conference last week. And they're quite, they talk, because they're talking to farmers, and there's like a few people that play FS that they've discovered at these conferences. But don't tend to watch YouTube and stuff. So they hadn't heard of me and didn't know anything about it, but they were going to check in now. And my dad, actually, he works for the local contractor, does it for a bit of, he's retired, but he does it for a bit, keep his hand in, have a bit of money. And one of the guys he worked with had his own YouTube channel, so he was like, oh, my son's got a YouTube channel, so... That's right, Nick. Yeah. 160 people watching me. It's a good mix, actually. Obviously, I mean, it's timed to catch you guys. I wish I could sometimes stream a bit later, because I know, I think well over 50% of my, like, regular viewers are from the US. You thought Jason Statham was... I'm waiting for the day that Jason Statham tweets, somebody walked up to me today and said, are you the FarmSim guy? Who the hell is that? That. I don't think that's going to happen, by the way. When you're 60, you forget what you're thinking, let alone others. Good. I'm looking forward to that. Firefly. Yeah. There's a good few Aussies in, because it's morning time. Pops on alive. I reckon he'd be quite a good laugh, as old Statham. I'm not sure to be flattered or offended that... Oh, what's happened here? So that's interesting. Why has it done that? Because we've just run that and it's given us a different... Have I got an offset? No, I haven't got an offset on. Why has that done that? I wonder if the width of the mod is wrong. It doesn't look wrong. We'll run it and just check. Not when you see your channel grassing on April. I knew she'd come and rescue me. You could only be Irish with a name like Saran Flaherty. Fantastic, I love Irish names. Robbie, yeah, we got the Aussie and the Kiwi crew tend to be in over breakfast. I bet there's a good mix in here tonight. Le Crazy Monkey, yeah, that's the joy of two screens, right? What did we do when we just had computers with one screen? Well, we've used a massive 8% of our anhydrous as well, which shows you either A, how big that tank is, or how little it needs to be applied. And the funny thing is, like, all over, I've had people from Hong Kong, from India, from... Amazing. Is that right? There you go. I used to have an Irish girlfriend. I used to have loads of Irish people that went to uni with me, so north and south, so Canada, yeah, I've got a lot of Canadian viewers as well. Always nice to have lots of Canadian viewers in. Mustard's in as well, yes, there you go. You know any extra big anhydrous bars? Lucas, yes. I'm using one of two that are in this pack. The other one is in here. There you go, there's the BB one, the large toolbar. Which we should be using in this field, actually. In fact, do you know what I'll do? Do you know what I'll do? Let's get it delivered to the edge of the field here, shall we? And we'll give it a spin. See if we can cover off a bit more land with it. Keep it red. Ah, Scratch! How are you doing, mate? Someone thought I was Canadian. Yeah, I didn't quite get that. Bigger one than the blue one from... I don't think... I've not seen a bigger one. than the blue one before now, so... But the blue one's pretty big. Ooh. I noticed this... I don't know if Jason's still on. It does roll a bit. It won't sit on its thing, but... all easy things to fix. Do you see that, Jason, rolling away? That one rolls a bit. But yeah, the BB one is definitely a little bit more polished. I know that. I noticed that when I was... Now I've played with both of them. One request, mate. If you feel like it. Fix the blue. I think this blue is too... it's too bright. I think the BB bars are a little less... it's almost a bit more like a Ford colour in real life, isn't it? It's not that. I mean, that looks almost like a fluorescent blue, doesn't it? If you could tone that blue back a little bit, I think it would be good. We'll just lease this. You like it, do you, Cranks? It actually looks, looking at it close there, it is better in game. It's less, because it's got the shadows on it, it's less oppressive in game. Is the toolbar when it's finished, David? No, it'll probably just be. It'll probably, if you'll see, actually, there's an anhydrous section in here now. There's the BB tanker that comes with the pack, which I'm not using, obviously, because I've got the Forward Ag one. But that comes with the pack, so it's very possible that the toolbars will be pooled within here, and we'll have they'll have an anhydrous section. So there you go. Very much still a work in progress, the mod at the moment. But it was released a while back by Central Ohio Modding, or well, I don't think Central Ohio Modding created it. But somebody had passed it to them, and they'd released it with Deer Creek when that came out, because it had it was the first map to have anhydrous on it, and it was properly broken. So it's nice to see Jason's tidied up a bit. It's a lot bigger, actually, isn't it? Oh, I think it tweaked it. I mean, I'm being picky now. It's still very much in development, Lucas. There's lots of things. No sounds on it yet. A few of the animations need a little bit of work on them as well. But just should be able to re-width this, overlap it slightly there. See what happens. Power it up. There we go. Look at that. That's a nice dust texture, that, isn't it? A little bit of, it's almost like there's a hint of white in that as it comes out as well, which is quite nice. So you've got a mix of obviously it's throwing the dirt up, but you want to see that kind of nitrogen being injected as well, which is quite good. Thibaut, welcome again, my friend. Bonjour, ça va? Ah, good. Jason's tweaking the colour. Nice. Or you could add colours, maybe, Jason. What about that? Maybe you could do it red as well and green for the for certain tractor brands. Just saying. Looks like adding to your list of work to do now. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Nice to see you. Thank you, Callum. Now this is where I fall over. Cup hold, yeah, what cup holder too? Lucas, do you have your volume down or something? It's still being developed. It will be released when it's fully operational and working. Grey Devil, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. It was I'm ruining all your surprises. Am I fluent in French? Very much not, Banks. I can speak enough to get by. I always find if I go to France after a couple of days, I kind of slip back into the habit of talking, but yeah, it's not that good. Oh, you sick, Gray? Oh, no way, mate. Can I speak Scottish yet? I ken min. What fit like min? It's technically not Scottish, but yin bit. You know toi. You know toi. That's running nice, isn't it? Look at that. Love it. I swear, there was guys when I first came up here, you might as well have been speaking to different language. You're like, sorry? What did you just say? Scottish sort of, but you speak Gaelic. No, I don't speak Gaelic. That's an even more. Yeah, Ken was a person. Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah. I was born Middle England, David. I was born in the northwest of England, in between Manchester and Liverpool. Welsh is a hard accent. Yeah. Robin, thank you so much. Wonder if you or somebody else can make a how to install auto drive. You can't get it to work. You should be able to just drop it into your mod folder, Robin, and switch it on. And then once you've got it into game, if you've lost the menu, the default is I think it's the end key to pull up the mod menu, isn't it? Scuba Steve, how you doing? Bonne nuit, Thibaut. Bonne nuit. Blackburn. Oh, not too far away, David. Yeah. Not too far away. Alton 0. Thank you, Cranks. Yeah, I've re-keybound mine. Willie, g'day. How are you? I'm going to find out now Willie's not from Australia. Chris C, FS22 looks good, but still playing FS19. This should have been a cheap DLC. What do you mean should have been what should have been a cheap DLC, Chris? I am running Squatch. I'm running Real Dirt Fix, and what are the three? What are the three that we run now? Can I look at them in here? I think it only shows you can see the mod you're running, but I don't think it shows the plugin. Yeah, it doesn't show the. There's the three Fix, Tracks, and Dirt. Yeah, all three of those. I think they're a great set of mods, to be honest. Oh dear, we missed a bit there. How did we manage that? A shame. FS22 looks good, but should have been a free or... Chris, how can you say that, man, if you've not played it? You're playing 19. It's a country mile ahead of where 19 was. Honestly, I'm not having that. I am not having that. The performance gains, so whether or not it looks radically different or not, under the bonnet, they have completely changed the performance of this game for the better. By tenfold. So I would suggest you play it and get your head around it before you make criticisms like that. Strip of shame. Yeah, you've always got to have a strip of shame. I'll go back and fix it. It doesn't work for me. Flint Hills. Love Flint Hills. Happy memories of Flint Hills. Very good day today, Willie, actually, just because I'm about to stop for the holidays. And I do love a Wednesday for a live stream and hanging out with you lot. It's always good fun. Always good fun. Right, we've been doing this for far too long. I don't want you lot getting bored. What are we going to do for last? We're going to do a bit of bowling. The dog is snoring behind me. Right, there we go. What have we got back? Oh, I should check actually, see if the animals are alright, shouldn't I? Give them a bit more TMR, shall we? We'll top them up a bit. And just for the record, I am not fanboying over Giants or anything like that. I am not. I'm being... That is my own honest opinion. And I truly believe running 60 frames a second on a map like this would, you know, this would have been running at 25, 30 on a good day on 19. Giants don't get the credit they deserve for certain things. They also make a complete hash of some stuff as well. So I'm not saying they get everything right all the time, but they actively said when they launched 22 that the focus wasn't on, you know, fundamentally changing how many, you know, vehicles and things like that. They were wholesale changing under the bonnet of it. And I get it's not as an advanced an engine as you know, something like an Unreal or something like that. But they also said the control that they have, if they bought something like an Unreal Engine, would have been very difficult to manage the kind of release schedule and what they wanted to do with it. At least by having their own engine, which does what they said, the amount of changes they would have had to do to a different engine would have been really hard to do. Let me see if that works. Yeah, I'm on. Let me stick a bit of straw in. And they're also a small company, right? There's 75 of them in total. So I don't know what that means in terms of the amount of devs they have. But it's not that many. Oh no, I've overdone it. Put a bit more silage in, I think. Here we are. We're in the sweet spot. Squeeze around there. somebody was asking, I think, in the week, where do you drop straw if you want straw for bedding? I believe it's just in here with where the food place is as well. There we go. Let's get this unloaded. I'm going to get any more excitable running cows? Probably not, because there's food in here now. Right, let's catch up on the chat. What FPS do I get when I'm in cab? It's slow to start with, and then it jumps up. There you go, sitting at 56, 7, something like that. Doing a little flicker there. Right, number plate. If you're not already. I've got my resolution scaling maxed out. I'm running at 4K now as well, so I'm pretty happy with that for everything maxed out. And then I've got my view distances. I've overrode those as well, so the 200% in the in-game, mine's running at 400% across everything as well, so I'm pretty happy with that. I, to be honest, could dial it back slightly, but it runs pretty smooth for me. And this is after spending the whole day rendering and editing, so it would have been nice to have given it a little birthday. DJ Modding! How you doing, buddy? You enjoying Elk Mountain? Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Well, I'm having fun on here too. I love this thing. Honestly, not got tired of this map. Right, here's what we'll do. Let's grab another little sprayer contract before the end of the episode, and we'll let you have another little look at the sprayer, because it's beautiful. Right, let's find a field. Field 7 or 11, what do they look like? 7 or 11. Oh, 7's quite nice. It's also massive. Where's 11? Oh, 11 looks a bit better. Let's take field 11. That we should be able to get through that pretty quickly. Liquid, solid, slurry, or manure. Let's accept that. And remind ourselves where it is, so we can get to it. Oh, it's right next to the field we're just on. Good. I think we just run Ed's auto drive course as well, didn't we? Ed's auto drive course is tremendous. In fact, I'm going to use it now to get us to field 11. Let's see what happens if we go to field 11. Because this is a good long truck. No, I totally lucked in finding this 3070 Firefly. It was at my local... I walked past my local store and they had one in the window. And it was at normal retail price as well. It wasn't inflated. So it was a bit wide then. Also the brakes on this truck are a bit questionable, so it does... Well, maybe it's not. It's just the fact it's got a really heavy trailer on, but... to be fair, I could drop my corner speed a bit, so let's do that. Corner speed 65, let's try that. Contract issues. Ah, are there contract issues? Because I accepted one before, DJ, and when I got to the field it didn't exist anymore. So that's good to know. I'll tell you what, it's close with that sprayer trailer on, but... Look at that, Ed. Giving it a good test. Do you think Cosplay's going to come back for it? It's already back, Willie. It is already back. Well and truly, it's in fine fettle. In fact, I could you know what I'll do? I'll run the sprayer on Courseplay for this field so you can see it in action, because it's very different to what it was in 19. Is that the T900? No, this is... Oh yes, it is Legion. This is the one that you sent me. You sent me the update of it the other day. A lovely, lovely truck. Oh, look, it's another cornfield. This is slightly annoying because it's it doesn't look so good with the sprayer in the deep corn, but I think Ed's doing an update to this where he's going to do peel-offs. Oh, it's Willie, it's fantastic. They've completely rewritten it, and it's a lot... Oh, he has. He's done a little pull-off. That's good. But I will. I'll run it then for you now so you can see it. There we go. Right. Lower the ramps down. We'll top it up before we start. No, it's not on ModHub. You'll need to download it from direct from GitHub. But if you just Google Courseplay FS22 and make sure you go to GitHub and get the latest release from there, don't get it off one of the mod sites, because it won't be the most up-to-date one. Then you'll be able to make sure you've got the most up-to-date version. Oh look, everything's running there, that's interesting. I don't think I've got the pump going. Oh, I'm unloading, that's why. Need to turn the pump on the trailer. There we go, start the pump. Start overloading. There we go. Oh, what have I just done? That is not what my intention was. Managed to unload the truck. Pressed the wrong button by mistake. Carver's working on a new truck, is he? Well, if it's as good as this one, he's already got me as a oh no, now it's full. So I did empty the truck, not the sprayer. Good one. Eric, the sprayer is not out yet. It should be released in the next few days. No, it won't be on Mod Network, because you shouldn't download anything from Mod Network. It will be on Northwest Mods and Edits Facebook page. That'll be the only place you can get it. So, for Willie, you go... Did you just... Let me just demo this because it's nice. Look, if I fold this again, watch the pipes on the boom. Get them animating nicely around there. How good is that? That's the attention to detail we like. Happens a lot, Greg. It happens a lot. Never hit the I button unless you've got next to something, or it just turfs everything on the road. So, Willie, what you do is you do this. It becomes part of your menu here. So these 4 icons here are Courseplay icons. Well, they're not really. This is the in-game workers, but they've added Courseplay to it now. So you basically create a job, and field work would be for the normal helpers, AI in-game helpers, which nobody uses. But Courseplay fieldwork, see, it's already picked the outline of the field for you, and this is what's really nice about this, is if you plough your own field now, it detects it straight away. It doesn't have to be a predefined field, which is really, really nice. So you open the Courseplay generator, you recognise maybe this from last time, so we only need to do one headland here because we've got the big booms on. We'll start on the headlands, smooth corners, clockwise, everything is as you would expect from the past. Generate your fieldwork course, so you can see it'll appear behind. So there you go. If I close that now, there it is. So you can either start your job there, or you can come back out and you can pull up this little menu here, set it to first waypoint, which is just there, and you can switch it on and it will drive into position. Now you can still access the menus and stuff by just clicking on that little menu, which is quite good. Timed it badly with a save, but look, he's going to get himself into position here and fire up the sprayer. But it's a lot less processor intensive than it used to be in 19. It got quite kind of bad at the end because it was just trying to do too much stuff on the fly. But now it's they decided to build it from the ground up, and it's brilliant. On Courseplay, not understanding why the course is just offline, not parallel with the long. Yeah, sometimes you can obviously adjust that. I think you can set it to different angles. I just leave it as it is. It doesn't offend me that much. But I know what you mean. Certainly on a field like this, why would they not run it across there straight? Maybe it's because of this stuff here. I think maybe it's even cleverer than we give it credit for, that it's working out where it minimises the amount of points where it's going to have an issue here. And maybe that is the most efficient way across the field for something like this. I agree, maybe on a field like this, it wouldn't. If you went diagonally across a square field, you'd question it, but maybe that's the point there, Derek. Maybe it's kind of hitting, maybe if it knows if it goes at this angle, it'll hit all of those in one go. Willie, thank you very much. Any tips for starting an FS channel? Yes, do it because you love it. Don't do it because you want to be famous or you want loads of followers. If you do it well and you enjoy it and you do content that people enjoy watching, the other stuff comes by kind of just happens in the background. So yeah, you've got to do it because you love it. was that too rational an answer for you, Derek? You'll hate the fact that I just missed that little tiny triangle off in the corner of the field. You changed the unload key to Control I, too many mistakes. That's a good call, Blackbook, I like that. Well said, Greg. Yeah, play the way you play. Say what don't assume that the moment you stop being authentic and just go, I'm going to do this because I think that's what people want to see, is where it all kind of falls apart. So yeah, do it. Just play the game, enjoy the game. If you're not doing it for fun, you'll end up chucking it in very quickly. So. All the best, Fuzzy. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Well said, Cecil. Yeah, it's all got to be about fun. Barely burns through the old spray, this, doesn't it? That's something I'm looking forward to, is spray rate control. Missed that with... Definitely don't get hung up on the numbers. It's nice when it happens, but also if you're having fun and you're streaming to nobody, and I did it. I used to stream and you'd get one person drop in for 5 minutes. But it doesn't matter because I was just having fun and I was learning as I went along the way. I kind of you learn how to use OBS, and you learn how to kind of make sure your mic sounds decent and things like that. I can't I, Dazed? But it's fine, actually. That's not bad. That's a full edge of the field, 50%. Yeah, go for it, Willie. But don't overthink it either. So many people I speak to are like, oh, I want to start my own channel, but I want to make sure my videos... I've done 15 videos and I've deleted them all because they're not perfect. And guess what? I've never done a video that's perfect. Well, a load of you will vouch for that. But it's kind of part of the journey. Just keep kind of observing and watching and improving and trying different things. And, people give you a lot of slack because like, you're not a professional. You're not a professional, like, video maker or anything like that. So, nobody say anything about that actually is my job, because it is, but it's a totally different thing. It is totally different. He's doing a proper lap of the field here. He's going back to his up and down rows now. I think maybe this is the start of his first up and down row. And there's stuff like that's the hardest thing to conquer, is like the technology stuff. Much as, I mean, I've had streams when you hit the button to go live and it just doesn't work. And you're like, oh, there's people sitting waiting to watch me and I can't for the life of me work out what's wrong, and that can be quite stressful, but you work it out and then you remember for next time. Oh, crikey, you guys know, how often do I start a stream and I'm on mute still? Because I've forgotten to change my settings from my record settings to my streaming settings. So, you know, all of that stuff kind of just, yeah, you if you take it, like most people take it in good spirits, obviously there's always going to be one or two idiots that like to have a pop, but yeah, usually the guys that have failed themselves and gave up on it, so you kind of ignore them and you see every week. And I know it, as soon as I like speaking and like you get can't hear you, no sound, mute, and I'm like, I did it again. Exactly. It's extra content. It's extra content. And I've got to give Argsy something. Has anybody noticed the colour of the trees, by the way? Notice how they're not bright, screaming orange? I've put the updated seasons textures from, you know, when you do the Calmsden textures, you tweak the seasons colours. I've put those on, and that works across all maps because you put those in the base game. Colton, it is indeed, but it's a contract, so I just accepted it. So I'm just grinning and bearing it. But you're exactly right. You would never spray like this at this stage. But we are where we are. That's one of the worst things, Jim, is doing that when you're recording a video. And I've done it before. Mrs. FSG will walk in to ask me something, and I'll be like, hang on a second, mute, have a conversation, go back to recording. 45 minutes later, you look down and it's still sitting on mute, and you're like, I've just done 45 minutes of talking into a mic that's recording nothing. So, there you go. Detasseling. Yeah, I'm just taking the tops up, topping them. $12 million litres of potatoes to put in the potato sorter. Good luck with that one. That's a good idea, Daze. You could just capture your mic twice. Definitely. You can set it to the channel in OBS, Derek, if you want. You can mute the mic, but you can also mute the channel in OBS, so as long as you've got it set up right. And again, something you just kind of learn through trial and error. Because I've got a Stream Deck, so I can set it to do different stuff. So when I switch between scenes and things like that. So if I jump to my end screen, for example, and then back to stream, that's all set up. So I'm just like buttons to settle, and just you work that out. I'm one of those people. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I'm the king of, if I see something, I'm like, oh, how do you do that? How do I work out how to do that? And I'm just pour over Google and try stuff and break stuff. So until you work out how to do it, it's the best way. I learned that from my dad. Always look at something and work out how you're going to do it. Stanley, thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. Very kind of you to say. Yeah, Kadek's got a cough on. He's got his on his mic. I think he uses a. I think he's got a Blue Yeti or something like that. Or it might be the Elgato one. He's got a good mic. Didn't you say you're using the 2-channel recording? Yeah, so I've 3-channel now actually, Greg. So I can capture Discord separately now, which was not possible for a while. So if I ever did a live stream with Args, you would get Args' Discord and the game audio together, which was a bit frustrating sometimes if, you know, Args fluffed his lines or I made a mess of mine. You've got a tractor or something running. So you could, what's nice is you can isolate it and move things out, but it just gives you a bit more flexibility. Does Courseplay work for contracts? I am doing exactly that now, Jashal. So honestly, that is the best way to learn anything, is to learn by doing. You can learn so much from books and stuff like that, but actually rolling up your sleeves and getting your hands dirty is the best way to do it. I think this is the problem today. People, and I blame social media for this, and things like Netflix and Uber Eats, and like, people want everything instantly. Nobody wants to put the effort in anymore. So, like it's just like, I want, you know, I felt like people ask me for advice on the channel and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, look at that, a 91% complete already. I've like got about a third of the field left. I'm not going to complain. Yeah, and they'll just say, hey, I've done 7 videos and I'm not getting any subscribers, so I'm jacking this in, it's a waste of time. And you're like, well, I've looked at your videos and you've not done any of you've not written a description, your headline's rubbish, you've not put any thought into your thumbnail, you've not done any of your tags, so, you know, all of the stuff that the algorithm uses to decide whether content's good or not, you've not bothered, because you just want the quick win. You just want to be famous and make loads of money off YouTube, and guess what? You're not going to do that if you're not going to put the effort in. So, and I think it's the same with everything. It's like, I want to be a modder, somebody tell me how to do it. I'm not going to bother finding out for myself. It's the same with everything, isn't it? I think it's, sounding like a grumpy old man now, but honestly, the state of the world at the moment is this just kind of instant gratifications ruined the ability of people to think for themselves, which is frustrating. And you have to accept that, like, we're playing a niche. Like, if you're going to start an FS YouTube channel, you're never going to be rich from doing it. It's a niche game. There's what do we think? About 3.5 million people have bought it. So, you know, you're never going to get, you know, you see some of these Fortnite YouTubers have got 20 million plus viewers, because every kid under the age of 11 in the modern world is playing it. It's a slightly different scenario to this. So, you know, if I ever hit 100,000, which is kind of the target that I promised my kids, because they want a silver YouTube button. Oh, look, it's finished. It's like, if I achieve that, I'll be astounded. If you're I'll tell you, there is a gap in the market. There is a gap in the market for a really good female. There's a few out there. I mean, obviously Missy does her modding and stuff like that, and Morella was doing some good stuff before she went off to have a wee baba, which I think she had the other day. So congratulations to Morella. I know I'm sure you're not watching. You've probably got your hands full, but huge congrats. So yeah, there's a few people that are doing that, but I do think I'm always impressed how many females love this game and stuff, and you know, it's just great to have that kind of diversity. It's fab. Hey, Jim, it's 2022. Anything goes, right? Just curious, do you invest at all? Willie, I do. I do a little bit. I actually put some of my earning, my relatively small earnings on YouTube has gone into... I've put it into a few funds because I'm in a nice position where I work and I've got my job that pays for mortgages and all of this stuff. So this is all kind of extras. I spend some of it on kit, on equipment, which is quite nice to keep the channel going. And other stuff now I've got to work out where I was, haven't I? I have to do some. Might have to do a little bit of guesswork on here. See what we've covered. Doesn't need ploughing. Well, it does need ploughing, but not today. Doesn't need lime. There we go. We'll have a tactical guess at where we need to be, shall we? Oh, actually, you can see your lines here. That's helped us. So then I should be able to switch that to nearest waypoint. And there we go. It looks like the row I was on. We'll know straight away if it was. That's not bad. Ah, brilliant, Jay. That's the dream. I could have used my last waypoint as well, Kieran. That's a very good point. So there's who do I follow on? Who do I follow on Twitch? Is quite good fun. Let me see if I can find a name. Talk among yourselves while I. Oh, you're gonna get Twitch chat now. I'm gonna get demonetized if I leave that up. Obviously Missy B. She's not really a player. She's more of a Ghost in the Sim. Ghost in the Sim plays FarmSim. She's quite good fun. Watched her a few times. Go for it, Willie. All the best, mate. Get it recorded and get it out there. And take it from there, mate. I know, sorry, Scooter. I've just been chasing my tail a bit, trying to get stuff ready for going away. Saran, it's hard, yeah, don't worry. I know what it's like. Oh, Violet Rose as well, yeah. Disappeared. Yeah, sometimes life just gets in the way, right? And you've got to remember that. It's like nobody's doing this for a living, so it's hard sometimes to keep the momentum up. And Args and I have had those chats. You know, some weeks it's so hard to fit this in around. You know, it was easier when we were all stuck at home with COVID, and in fact, this would never have been a thing if I'd... Is he done? Interesting. Missed a bit. Oh, I don't know what happened then. Froze a little bit, but yeah, I think that that made it possible with that extra time that we all had. But yeah, if I tried to do it again tonight, maybe not. If COVID had never been a thing, I just don't think I ever would have had the time to do it. Been looking for stream time. Looking to stream time-lapse possibly as well, but can't figure out OBS. Drop me a wee DM, mate, I'll give you a hand. think this is our last row. There we go. Oh, we stayed on longer. We're actually run past the end of our stream. We're 12 minutes late. I was just off on a rant, really, wasn't I? Yeah, exactly that, Firefly. But we weren't doing as much stuff. Like the kids didn't have clubs to go to, and so I ended up running around. I used to run around, kind of dropping them off and places, and we had. You're away from home at work and stuff like that. Crikey, I used to travel to the States once a month with my job, for a week at a time, and it was just. Yeah, you couldn't have had that consistency. Although right, there we go. That was that done. That was good fun. Let's load this back on the trailer, take it home, and we'll call it there for the night. You should consider. I don't know what your connection is, Jim, but you should consider if you're going to stream. Then stream on Twitch is way more optimized for streaming. You can stream on Twitch on a much lower internet connection than you can on YouTube. YouTube's and the quality is better as well. So there we go. Left that truck run. Look at me. I care about the environment, me. Hold the legs up. There we go. Not the legs. The power that off. Go. See the concentration on my face. Almost as sane as you can be, Firefly. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the whole community there. I mean, YouTube saw massive growth during COVID because you're right, people doing things like this were it's like escapism from all the misery that was going on at the time in the world. So, from that perspective, it was a good thing. It being sane is overrated. I agree. Can't super chat on Twitch. That's true, Cranks. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I'll have time for some holiday beers with that, Crank. I've been saving them up, Cranks. I'll spend the night in the pub with. I'll have a virtual pint with you. Too old to ask what Twitch is. Twitch.tv, Firefly. It's a whole new world. Thank you very much, Andrew. That is very kind of you. All the best, Farmer Ed. Thank you everyone. That's been a really enjoyable stream. Thank you very much for hanging out. Hope you like the sprayer. Like I said, keep an eye out for this, hopefully. Next few days or week. And you can all have a play with this. The trailer's already out, so you can grab that now if you want. But there you go, another fun night on Green Valley. Scott, you're a gent. Thank you very, very much indeed for that. I will do my very best to unwind. Obviously, I'm not going to be completely away. I'll still be on Discord and responding to comments on YouTube. I can never switch off. But there we go. Just off for a week, Jay, with the family, just for Easter. I'll take a few days away from work and everything else, so it should be good. So we will see you. So yes, no stream next Wednesday, no vids next week at all. Actually, you will get Surviving Wyoming on Sunday, of course. I wouldn't let you miss out on that one. But other than that, you can just wait until next Sunday. So yeah, you're going to have 2 Surviving Wyomings in a row and nothing in the week. So I apologise for that. But you're probably sick of the sight of me anyway. Maybe you'll miss me and be pleased when I get back. So Reveal, thank you very much for the $10, mate. That is very kind of you. What a guy. Much appreciated. Streaming. This is what I'm doing now, Firefly. Rather than a video, this is streaming. Right. There we go, guys. All the very best. Thanks, behave. Hope you all have a lovely Easter too. Spend time with your families and friends and all of that stuff. And I'm sure I'll see you on a few other streams. I know Argsy's away too, so it might be quite a quiet week. So, thank you, Banks. Very kind of you, mate. But yes, enjoy time, and I will see you. Enjoy Wyoming on Sunday, and I will catch up. Probably might try and do a stream next Saturday night. See how I feel when I get back from the holes. But we'll all pop something up if we're back in good form and not too tired. But thank you all very, very much. It is a pleasure as always hanging out with you, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.